on YouTube and go to Folk Tales for Grown Folks or Kwanzaa 365 Media. We also on YouTube. We on Facebook. We on Twitch and Periscope. God damn it! So we about to get started. What's up? We on location. Sugarfoot on location. Well, we missed you too, Freedom, brother Olu. We missed you. We can't wait for you to get back and up in your willing and help. We about to do you know what I'm saying? We about to
cultural people. That's
we about to do a countdown and shit, and we want to get started. I'm gonna do a minute because all right. So. Wait a minute. Something said our mic was off.
Whose mic?
Can y'all hear us out there?
Check 1, check 2. Our mic is on.
Something said mic was off. Can you hear us?
They can hear us. They can hear us. All right, let's get started.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Everything is good. Actually, let's see if we can find it on YouTube so we can go on and.
Okay, we're going to get started here. But I got some shit for the shit.
It's about to go down, family. We want to welcome you. Come on in. Hopefully you got to enjoy some of that Kwanzaa. She said she can hear us. I told you.
Okay, all right. Don't get indignant.
See, she about to start. Y'all better get her because I'll walk up out this motherfucker.
All right, so we're going to get started, y'all. I want to talk to y'all. First of all, let's say shout out to Sugarfoot. Where you at?
I am down in ATL, Georgia. Well, Athens to be exact. Chilling.
Okay, Georgia. What's that weather like in Georgia?
It ain't as cold as Columbus, but it ain't warm either. I'm still walking around in the coat.
Come on out and join us. Okay.
All right. Well, let's get to it. There's some shit going on in the world today. We're going to get to that before we get to our main topic. That being this bitch.
What bitch?
You can't see her from your... Can you see her? Well...
Like an earthworm.
Well, the U.S. carries out its first execution of a female inmate since 1953. This be her. She got made up for the occasion and shit. Like, I'm about to go to death.
She looks like an earthworm.
Fuck all them ghosts in that motherfucker. Because she knows she wasn't getting nothing on death row. But let me tell you about her. Can y'all still hear me talking?
Yeah, they can hear you talking.
Okay, look. A Kansas City woman was executed Wednesday for strangling an expectant mother in Missouri and cutting the baby from her womb.
Damn.
The first time in nearly 7 decades that they put a female inmate to death. Now, this bitch was 52. Damn. And she was pronounced dead at 1:31 a.m. for lethal injection. Let me just say this. Where the hell is this shit? That bitch got gone. Damn, I'm tired of motherfuckers. This is the epitome of an ain't shit bitch. I get tired of y'all motherfuckers acting like all women is so dainty, flowerish and shit. This bitch strangled a woman pregnant and cut the baby out. Now, I don't know what the fuck the bitch did with the baby after that. They don't say. Because I'm sure that motherfucker probably didn't live.
There's a story behind that.
What she do? Eat the motherfucker?
Hey, you never know. You never know. She on death row. This is a federal case. So she probably kidnapped her and took her across state lines or something. What the feds doing involved with this?
Did it say it was a federal case?
Yeah, it said the federal government. Didn't you say?
The United States.
United States? Ain't that federal?
That's nigga. It ain't. I mean, that's this. The United
I don't know.
States.
I ain't never been in jail. I don't know. Somebody's been in jail. If it's U.S.,
you can be on death row and have a state crime.
I know that,
right?
Yeah, but can you be on death row? Do they have a death row for federal cases?
Yeah.
I guess it would be treason, like that shit that they pulled up there at Capitol Hill. Would that be a death case?
Well, yeah, we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that.
They killed that little terrorist.
What you say, Sugar?
They killed that little terrorist.
They did. Listen, though. Here's the deal with this. On Capitol Hill, they arrested this motherfucker with the Camp Auschwitz.
Oh my god!
Hoodie.
Oh my god! Oh.
The Camp Auschwitz hoodie, nigga. Now,
where you get one of those at?
Did you make that hoodie, Sugarfoot?
So money, good money.
Listen, with that being said, he got the Auschwitz t-shirt. You got the woman that was murdered. We had a case here in Columbus.
Go and break it down. Oh wait, hold on. I just got to give Big Sis some because she big sis now until I catch back up with her. All right, cool. Because I wonder why that camera's still on. But I want y'all to check out her analysis of this. This is why we have Blunt Talk. Because she's about to drop some real knowledge here. Go and break that down for me, baby. Go do it. I'm gonna steal it. You better hurry up.
All right. So first, let me just say this. There was a case that happened here in Columbus, here recently, where two young men, I think they were 18 and 19, they tried to rob a convenience store. And the convenience store clerk killed one of them. And he killed the one that was 19 years old, I do believe he was. But the other one, who was with him on the robbery, was charged with his murder. Though he did not actually kill him, he was charged with his murder. And this is known as what they call legally in commission of a felony. Meaning that if you commit a crime and somebody dies, whether you did it or not, while that crime was being committed, you can be charged with that murder. So,
wait, hold on. She about to connect it. Listen, I'm doing you like Minister of Fair Crime. Listen.
Okay.
Listen.
Going. Okay, so with that being said, we have the woman that was killed at Capitol Hill. She was shot in the neck with her super stupid ass for being involved in a felony. And everybody who was in that building with her were in the commission of a felony.
What?
They should be charged with that woman's murder.
But all of them should be charged with murder and the murder of that cop that they beat in the head with the fire extinguisher.
Right.
All of them should be charged with murder. Shot them motherfuckers like they was black. None of that would have happened. They would have just shot all the motherfuckers. Just shoot them all.
And the ones that survived would have caught a murder case because all of them was in the act of committing a felony. So what Sister Navita, because I never thought about that shit until she brought up this case here. So if they do not get charged for the murder of that woman and those guards and those other people that died, then none of our children should be charged with a felony murder that they did not necessarily commit, even though they was in the act of the crime. So you can't just pick these people up and then, because this is what y'all got to be aware of. This happened before. It was called the Civil War. What happened in the Civil War? We had a very small period where we were able to have protections and do what we needed to do. But then a great compromise came, and eventually all of the gains that we have made have been snatched away from us. And what I'm warning y'all is that right now, if we are not aware of our history, if we are not aware of American history, we will once again be put on the altar of sacrifice to make peace with these motherfuckers. Because I'm telling you right now.
What you telling us right now? Shit.
Huh? I stop. I see what I'm telling you. What I'm telling you is that we will be the sacrifice for the peace.
Like that was period.
Exactly. So the only thing that's going to stop us from being a sacrifice is us being aware of where we are, when we are, and why we are, and being able to talk about it and be able to defend ourselves when these motherfuckers give us up because that 70 million people that voted for Trump want to be able to stand on our backs so that they can make their come up.
Now, we have a vice president that is going to be coming as of the 20th or 21st or whatever. She will be sworn in. And she is a lawyer and once was a prosecutor. So she should be held to the fire to bring forth that law on them motherfuckers that was in the Capitol building that day in commission of a felony.
That's right. And Illumala, click the link, brother. It's in our chat. Click the link, get your ass up here. You can cough while you on there. Come on.
He don't know how to do that.
All he gotta do is click a damn link.
Go to the Blunt Talk on YouTube.
No, on Facebook,
room,
in our
Facebook chat room, our little Facebook chat. Click on the link and you can be on here with us, Illumala.
We also could turn on the phone lines if there's enough of y'all that want to have this conversation because we're going to bring it around to talking about treason. Because it's easy for us to recognize treason outside of ourselves, but we might need to talk about some treason that's going on in our own community.
What do you mean by that, Brother Hatem?
We have people that's been betraying us since the beginning of this country. We have had insiders that act like they us, they look like us, but for all intents and purposes, they are white. They believe in white philosophy. They believe that white ice is colder, and they're going to sell us out, as they have always done. Always done. So we need to be aware of this, and we need to be able to call it what it is. And not only on a higher level, we have treason going on in our own neighborhoods. We got treason going on in our own families.
When we got people breaking into our houses that look like us, that's treason in our own community.
Treason.
And we need to start holding these people accountable for the shit they're doing in our community. Because our only people that's going to clean up our community is us. So we got to realize that we can't always depend on these elected officials to save us. It's just not going to happen
unless they come directly from us and have our heart, our well-being at heart. Family, we got to stop playing intersectional politics, and this is the politics where we allow everybody to lump their shit on our shit. You understand what I'm saying? Because there was a lot of gains made by other groups through the civil rights movement and through everything that comes through. Nobody ever wants to say who we are. Who we are. Black folks in America. Nobody want to deal with that. Whether you call it ADOS, whether you call it Foundational Black, or as I just recently discovered, I'm Kwanzaa. God damn it. Kwanzaa community. But the whole point that I'm trying to say is that everybody makes strides and is able to come up and they start feeling that they could come in and move in and take our space. And then on top of that, in our community, we got treason happening on a daily basis.
And what we need to do is start holding some of these people accountable. When you see, and the old school was...
Keep on going, I'll tell them.
In the old school, we used to do shit like, we got to get back to the people who, you can't tell my children what to do. Fuck that. It takes a village. It takes a village, and we need to start telling these motherfuckers. Takes a tribe. It takes a village. You know what I'm saying? We got to tell these little motherfuckers that's acting bad out here in these streets that we gonna take you home. Like I was watching Craig Smith the other day, and he told a story about when his father, he was in the car with his father. They was driving. They live in Los Angeles. Excuse me. And this little girl was in the street doing some real inappropriate shit. So he snatched her up by her collar. He knew where her parents lived and took her home. Well, the little girl when they opened the door, her little brother opened the door. He was about 20, 21. And he was a gangbanger. And he said, "Who the fuck is you, homie?" And Craig's dad said, "Where your parents at?" Because we came up in a generation that we ain't talk to kids like that. I need to talk to your parents. We got to bring that shit back. You need to get your kids in line and let them know you don't talk to grown folks like that. And sit your little young ass down some motherfucking where. So Craig's dad was like, "Look, homie, I'm here to talk to your parents." And he was like, "You know what? You know, the little dude," he said, he walked off the porch like, "Fuck you, homie." You know what I'm saying? And he said, "What you say to me?" And about that time, they faced each other, and dude was coming back up the steps, and then Greg's dad said, "Look, nigga, you come up that first step, you ain't gonna make it to that third motherfucker. You gonna have some problems." Well, a motherfucker tried to step on the second step. Motherfucker pulled his knife out, and stabbed the fuck out that motherfucker. And he took off running. Now, I'm not saying we're gonna just stab people's kids, but we got to get these motherfuckers in line. Because you know what, motherfucker, that's an act of treason when you out here disrespecting your elders, robbing, stealing in your fucking community. Take that shit out there to motherfucking Polaris if that's what you got to do.
Bexley.
They got more violence.
There. You know what I'm saying? Take that shit outside. It's treason for us to allow motherfuckers to be, you know what I'm saying? And it's like a lot of us, we have treasonous activity going on in our families.
Give an example.
Oh, molestation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, like I said, I can't count how many young women that I done ran into who have been subject to this. And Lord knows how many young men, because they will not admit it.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? We got shit going on in families right now because what goes on in this house stays in this house. You know what I'm saying? Random boyfriends, fucking random daughters and shit. You know what I'm saying? And other activities that's going on. We got to be very, very, very careful about that shit because those are, in a sense, acts of treason. Why? Because we are building on a family and a tribe level. We cannot allow anything to be permissible and allowable, and for us to be able to come up with clever statements to support that bullshit.
So if your girlfriend, your girlfriend is doing some foul shit, she putting her man before her motherfucking kids, pull that bitch's coattail. Like, bitch, you want some foul ass shit.
No, that's treason. Call it what it is.
We gotta pull these motherfuckers' coattails on some shit. You know your girlfriend foul when she is holding her children hostage against the father of her children because she mad because he done got with somebody else. Then you need to call her coattail. If the Negro is out here not taking care of his motherfucking kids when he can afford to definitely do so, he could at least spend time if the mother permits. Nigga, that's treason.
Hell, not allowing a man to see his children.
That's what I just said.
No, you said if he can afford it.
No, I said beforehand. You need to listen.
She be all nice before the show. I quit. I can't take this shit. I quit.
Put $5 ass down before she make change.
There you go. Sit your $5 ass down before I make change.
This $100 ass, baby.
Oh, my bad. High
class. So even with my sister, my sister Cheryl Freedom, she was at a store making a purchase, and the little chick in the store who's a black sister got mad about something I can't remember, but followed her out the store and wanted to fight her.
Wow.
Wanted to fight her. That's treason. And we need to get together. And sometimes if you do, we don't have to stone nobody to death, but we can jump a bitch.
But now, those type of laws,
we can jump a bitch.
Those type of laws help keep order in the community. Like we look at the old Bible, Old Testament, be like, oh, they were uncivilized or shit like that. As Frito said, she overcharged me.
Okay, she overcharged her on some shit. She called her on the shit, and then she got mad. And
what's up, little bro? Everything going good?
And then, she got embarrassed, I guess, and called herself following my sister to the car to try to fight her. Now, like if I'd have been there with her, that might not have went so good for her because we'd have jumped that bitch, and rightfully so. Because bitch, you committing treason. You gonna eat your son's chips?
Violence.
Treason,
bitch.
Taking your baby's chips is treason. It's treason. And family. Listen, because I know we got to make a living, but there is certain things that we cannot do and cannot allow. You know what I'm saying? Because in many cases, when we are not doing or involved in nation building activities, we have to find ways to make these jobs secondary. I'm sorry, what happened? What happened, Sugarfoot?
Sugar gone.
I got tinkle real quick. I'll be back.
Oh, thank you.
Okay.
You a thug. Thugs don't tinkle.
And she was 6 feet tall, the bitch that followed my sister to the car. And she's about to get a 7-foot ass whooping between the both of us motherfuckers if I would have been there. So we gonna start holding. Me and my sister, we getting old. I got bad knees, nigga. And we might have to sick our kids on them. But nevertheless, we got to start holding these motherfuckers accountable. Period.
From that level all the way up to the politicians.
All the way up.
All the way up. See, because because this is why in Giamma we constantly talk about tribe. This is why when we get on the show we talk about tribe, because tribe is an accountability network where we hold each other responsible and we protect each other. We support each other. So, you know what I'm saying? So when some shit going down, we gonna handle our business, right? But also when shit ain't going down, we still handle our business and we can hold each other accountable and give individuals what they need to succeed. That's why we need to start forming these things, because most people in our community are not accountable to anything. So they don't believe that they're doing treason because they don't have to be responsible to nothing but their job.
Now, something I've been wanting to talk about, and it could be considered a form of treason in the black community, is the no snitching thing. Now, there was a young man that's some kind of rapper. I forget his name. But he recently was, I don't know if it's Lumala.
I'm right here. It took me a while.
Okay. So, Lumala, you got something you want to say about treasons or injustices that you've seen in the black community that we need to hold people accountable for?
You know what? We need to hold black people accountable, for everything that's inappropriate.
We can't see you, Olu. We see you ceiling.
Okay.
There we go.
We need to hold black people accountable for everything that's inappropriate. And one of the things that y'all mentioned earlier was when black people tell other black people, you don't tell my child, you don't chastise my child, but if you ain't doing it, who else you want to do it? You want the police to chastise them? They will. And then you'll find them laying out there or her laying out there dead. Then, you crying about, well, they shouldn't have done that. But
right,
if we can chastise your child early in the game, then he may be able to make better choices.
Right.
Than the ones that they made that caused him to lay out there and you got to bury him. There are many things that, we as a culture of people need to be able to do and say to one another.
Right.
Because, for so long we have, we got, and I'm not down in young mothers, but young mothers, I'm speaking to you because, there's a lot in raising children. There's a lot that you need to know in raising children, and in raising children, young mothers and young fathers too, you can't walk around here saying, I don't need no help, because you do, especially if you're 23 years old with 3 children, you need a whole bunch of help.
Shit, if you 23 with one, goddammit, because and no father in the picture, because my son's father was deceased. and I needed all kind of help. And that's why it's important to have a tribe, because then we can have people who you are comfortable with to give you counsel.
Right.
Because sometimes when you're young, I can speak from my own experience, I may not have been as receptive to somebody who I didn't fucking know.
Which is cool, right? Not being receptive to somebody you don't know. This is why, once again, it's important to form what she said, that tribe. Because boom, of course, we don't want any strangers just being able to pop our child in the mouth. I would take exception to that. But if Illumala saw one of my kids out doing something and my son got inappropriate with Illumala because he older and can't keep up with him in a certain type of way, then it's my responsibility to check him as well as Illumala to pop that motherfucker on the head if he catch him out there. But we have to form these relationships because many of us are not responsible to anything. That's our problem. We're not responsible. We don't got nobody to hold us accountable. So in my house, I'm king. But where are you in the community? You know what I'm saying? What are you? Are you part of a community? You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about another form of treason, right? Where we got, because we could blame young parents, but we got old people who have basically isolated themselves away from being able to even educate these young people and bring them into a sense, because womanhood and manhood isn't something that you naturally go into. It's something that you need to be trained for.
Right. Rites of passages, programs, and things like that. And life is a rites of passage, of course. But we need to be able to train them up. So if you are out there and you don't have a family, a tribe, a community, then you need to, if you don't have one, you need to create one. Just like this brother created Giame Journey Media. And if I ever am in need, my grandson was going through some shit at his school, and I called on the tribe, and they was like, whatever you need. If we need to come down that school, God damn it, we gonna come down to that school. And when we had the person Charles Trailer's ass, fuck that. I'm gonna say I'm putting a name on it. That motherfucker was foul. He did some motherfucking black skin, white mask shit with my grandson, and I'm calling you the fuck out because you claim to be a motherfucker in the black community. And everybody know my grandson ain't no bad motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? He do kid shit, but you tried to do some shit that was really gonna fuck up his grades. And he's a dean's list student, motherfucker. That was not cool. So I called on my village and I let my village know that this motherfucker ain't for the right thing. And my village was prepared. They told me, if you ready to roll, we ready to roll with you. And plenty of times I have written to schools. I don't have to do it too much no more, but I'll write to the school like, look, I can come down here with my people, and if this shit don't come out right, I'm going to have this aired on my show. We're going to make this a public. I'm going to air you out publicly.
Listen.
And them motherfuckers tighten up real the fuck quick.
This is the power of the media. This is why Giame went to a media tribe, because media is our weapon of today. Yeah, go learn how to clean your weapons and go learn how to stock up your guns and all that. But right now, the media that they are using against you is the weapon they're using against you is media. And we got to remember that. Family, this is why it's important for us to build our own networks, because in a minute, we're not going to be able to do blunt talk on Facebook or YouTube or Twitch. We're not going to be able to do the Daily Toast because they're going to come for it, family. I'm letting y'all know the groundwork is being laid. Y'all cheering that they taking Donald Trump off of Twitter and they taking these other things off of Twitter, family. But I'm trying to let y'all know. Y'all need to go to gnj.media and we need to start building our own network. If it ain't for nothing but the Columbus area.
That's right, sis. Black coonery, throwing our children to the wolves. You know what I'm saying? When they doing it, we got to call these motherfuckers out. We got to call them out. You know what I'm saying? And, I need for us to realize that we got some bad little motherfucking kids out here. Some of these motherfuckers is bad. Lumala. Remember that time at the bookstore when them kids was outside and you tried to tell them to leave?
Yeah.
Talk about that.
Look, they wanted to fight me. and they wanted to bombard their way into the bookstore, like they was going to take over the bookstore.
And what were the ages of these kids?
They couldn't have been no more than about 10, 12, 13, But look, let me say this here. Parents, we need to, be parents. You know what I'm saying? But first, parents, what we need to do is learn, if you want to call it African American culture, if you want to call it African culture, if you want to call it Black culture.
We Kwanzaa culture, family.
If you don't know that, you need to begin to start trying to learn about that, because in culture, we know what to say, we know what not to say, we know what to do, we know what not to do, and you could start teaching your kids from those labels, rather than allowing your 12-year-old male child, to be the man of the family. No. Wrong answer. That 12-year-old child not only be the male of the family, but he be your man. He be the man over you if you're not careful enough.
Hell yeah.
And then he'll start ruling and controlling you, telling you who should come in the house and who shouldn't. So culture teaches us when males, what males need to be provided. You know what I'm saying? I'm really talking to a lot of single family women who got these male children who are out of control. And I don't mean out of control in a bad way. I mean out of control because from a little bitty boy, you say, that's my man. Then when he grow up, he still be your man. Then when he get real high, around 18, not only is your man, but he running the household. Wrong answer.
Wrong answer.
Wrong answer. And he don't even know nothing because he ain't finished high school yet. You can't even get him to finish high school.
Exactly.
So those things are the most are important in family.
Now there was
hell would he want if you are the head of the family? Is what he do that you want, not what he want, but what he do what you want. You take your ass to school. You know what I'm saying? You stay there. I'm picking you up today.
Right.
To make sure that you were there all day. Because, a lot of our children, are growing up, they don't, look, and I'm blaming society in a way, but you mess around and not graduate from high school, and I'm not saying that that's the best thing in the world, but it's the second best thing if you ain't doing nothing. Because, you can't tell me that you want to be an entrepreneur of Black culture if Black people ain't buying. Because white folks sure ain't gonna buy from you. I don't give a fuck if you selling Black T-shirts.
On whole piece.
White people don't want to buy ain't buying Black T-shirts.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And white people ain't buying, and Black people ain't buying them either unless you had a event. You might sell them. You know what I'm saying? But my point I'm trying to make is, let's set our children up for success.
Because look,
setting them up for these minimal jobs, working at motherfucker with no insurance. That's almost like being on goddamn welfare.
You got dear. Yeah, because you struggling and trying. Whatever.
Sing it, girl. Sing.
I'm not promoting welfare, but welfare may be a little bit better because at least you're gonna get some insurance if you own that motherfucker.
Look, if you don't get your boy in order, or your child, your young man child, and you say he the head of the house, you're gonna have a Melvin and Jody moment when you get a man. You're gonna have a Melvin and Jody moment. He gonna be choking the fuck out your son. You're gonna have a Melvin and Jody moment. That motherfucker think he the man of the house. You gonna get a big motherfucking Melvin in there, and he gonna show that motherfucker what a real man do.
Now, and so there's a story about elephant refuge where they were hunting and they killed all of the grown. That might be Lumala. Flip your camera, Lumala.
Huh?
Who chewing? Who eating?
You got static.
Is that you, Sugarfoot? What you crunching on, Sugarfoot?
I ain't even crunching.
It's good as hell.
I ain't no Fig Newton.
But anyway, there was a animal refuge for elephants. And the grown elephants, all the grown male elephants were knocked out. And it was nothing but little baby elephants. And these little babies grew up and they started running in groups.
Somebody got a scratchy sound coming from their mic. Okay, stop.
Yeah, stop moving around.
It's back again.
Right. Yeah, we being harassed. It's the white man. Blame the white man.
Go ahead.
Well, anyway, they killed all the full-grown male bull elephants. And these young elephants were running around, tearing up stuff, attacking human beings, having sex in public, and doing all types of shit that elephants didn't do. And they didn't know what to do with these young elephants. They thought they was about to kill them. So what they decided to do was to go get some full-grown male elephants from another reserve and bring them over there. When they dropped those real male elephants in there, they brought all of the young teenage elephants into line because they got to see what a man was, right? And a lot of y'all got reserves in your house where you got young elephants running around that don't have any control. They don't know what a man is. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, that's part of the treason in our community because in many ways, I'm just.
What is Lumala? I think you're listen. Is that you? Because I hear a lot of scratching.
I know. I hear it too, but I don't know where it's coming from.
Okay, it stopped. But anyway, that's definitely it's back. Goddamn it, it's back.
I'm telling you, man.
It's a treason.
It's treason.
This is some treason ass shit.
This is what they did at the Capitol building. It started with scratching on the mic. And speaking of the Capitol, let me say this. Where do you think all of those West Asians got their information from, family?
What West Asians? The ones?
Yeah, that's what I call them.
Okay.
Where do you think the West Asians got all that information from that they was moving on, family? Media. And what we got right here, we got our own shit.
You know, if you want to get a show, hit us in the inbox. We trying to have broadcasting all day. If you want to have a comedy show, a sports show, informative show, just hit us up and we'll put you on to stream you on the show. You can pre-record it if you want to. You can do it live if you want to. Go to our Facebook page, GMA Journey Media. And hit us up and become a part of the tribe and get your motherfucking kids together.
And also join us on gnj.media. Go and get your account because we got our own streaming platform.
Because I'm the type of motherfucker. When my son was coming up in school, I remember in elementary school, this little motherfucker, I had to sit with my son in school because he was in trouble on some bullshit. For real. It was really some bullshit. So I sat in the classroom to see what was going on. Them kids was off the hook. You hear me? Off the motherfucking hook. And they was throwing paper clips and
while you was there?
While I was there, balls of paper and shit. And one of them hit me with one of them. I said, you little motherfucker.
You ain't called mom.
Yes, I did. I said, you hit me one more motherfucking time, I'm going to have my son come over there and choke you the fuck out. Because he already done it before. So that's, you know what I'm saying? I think that's why I was up to the school, because my son had choked the motherfucker out until he was unconscious. So that's my shit. Get your kids in order, motherfucker. because like that's treason. Now find his mama and find out why her motherfucking son Tyrone got chucked the fuck out. She just knew he was choked the fuck out, and she didn't even care why the little motherfucker got choked out. Well, he was about to get choked out the fuck again, bitch, because he just hit me with a motherfucking ball of paper. Get your kids in order.
You stay out my food. You stay out. You stay away.
Look, I go up to schools and I tell kids, look here, motherfucker, because my son was the only child. You fuck with him again, we both gonna beat you up.
We both?
You got it.
Oh my God. Treason. Treason.
Get them motherfuckers in order.
But it ain't just about the children, because the children model the behaviors that they see in the home. Family.
True.
And we got to understand, we got to get all that. Let's take it off of us. Let's get back to some of this other coonery and all this other foolishness that's going on out here.
What?
I mean, let's get back to the what? The Capitol Bank.
We'll get to it then.
All right, here we go. Check this out. So Navita brought up a good point earlier in the show, where she was talking about because they charge our young people,
which they just did in Columbus, Ohio. The two young boys was robbing a convenience store. One of the convenience store owner killed one of the young men, so they charged the other one that wasn't killed with the young boy's murder, which is because there is a law that they call of a felony. So if you are committing a felony crime, anybody gets killed in that motherfucker. Whether you did it or not, you will be charged with murder.
Right. So now, because they all are acting together, now they also have something called what's the thing where they take if they catch a conspiracy. Now, so not only should the people that should be charged for murder that were present, but what about all of the organizers? Mute Olu.
I just muted his mic because it's coming from his mic because it stops when I'm muting. But when you I'll put you back on when you're ready to talk.
Raise your hand.
You ready to talk when I can? So go ahead though. Then I'll go ahead.
But what I'm saying is, all of those individuals that are higher up, because I want y'all to understand what's happening right now. You have people acting as if all of this, because family, please don't fall for the trick. The trickery, the fuckery, the bitchcraft, because this is bitchcraft. This is what I call bitchcraft. They're going to flip all of white supremacy on Donald Trump and get you to believe that because we got rid of Donald Trump, that everything in America is going to go back to normal. We got to understand that normal for America is you being down.
Shout out to L. Absolutely.
You being down. So I wanted to bring it back because not only should those individuals in that house that was going into the Capitol should be charged, but those politicians that support that. Every last one of them. But I'm guaranteeing it's not going to happen. What they are going to do, they're going to make a great compromise. And in that compromise, once again, I say again, that we will be the losers. And when I say we, I'm talking about the very small we of black folks in America. I'm trying to let y'all know.
And the thing about it is this. We got Joe Biden coming in, and he wrote that 1994 crime bill, so we know he don't got a problem with putting motherfuckers in jail. So, motherfucker, you need to put these motherfuckers in jail. You got something you want to say, Lumala? Lumala. I don't think
He's trying to fix his phone. Go on, mute it.
Okay.
He's trying to get it together. So you got anything, Sugarfoot?
They said a lot of them stuck at the airport, found out they was on the no-fly list. That warmed my heart. That warmed my entire heart. It also warmed my heart to see all these people losing their jobs over it. Like, I know we're not gonna get the outcome we want because they don't.
Nobody going to jail. Nobody going to jail. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Jim.
It's not gonna be the outcome we want. But I'm just glad to see some type of consequences come to these motherfuckers. Because goddamn, like if they really thought
go to jail, but I want to see how much time they gonna get because
like,
treason.
That's the motherfucker that showed up with zip ties.
What?
Yeah, motherfucker showed up with zip ties. He was prepared to kidnap a motherfucker.
Kidnap. They was planning to kidnap. They was planning to lynch. Just imagine if they got in there what they would have did to those. If
they got in there.
I mean, if they got to who they was looking for.
Yeah, they ran him up out of there.
Now, the point that we, like I said, that we really need to focus on is because I'm not satisfied because we already know that if it was others, the full extent of the law will be exercised. What we want is the full extent of the law for all of these individuals that was involved with this. As many as possible. Get them all. Get the leaders. I'll be satisfied with the leaders. But you know Ted Cruz ass is going to be sitting up in there next week with some type of Senate bill that's going to fuck up your life.
What they claim is going to be armed riots and such at all 50 state capitals. This is the claim. It was I read it in a report in an article about 2 days ago.
That's cool. And black folks, stay home. Stay home.
It's not our battle.
Right. Stay home. Let your weapons prepared just in case it spills over. Listen to me. This is not you know what I'm saying? Because I'm trying to tell you, we're not doing a Benjamin Banneker no more. We're not the first ones to die in the
CeeLo in the house. CeeLo. That's right. Stay home and mind our own goddamn business. Now, Amy said we do have to get our kids in order, back to basics. Teach them to be respectful of others and themselves. God damn it. Teach them their history. You goddamn right. Something to be proud of.
Right.
Something to give them some esteem about themselves other than the history that when you go to school, you teach. The first thing you hear about black people is we were slaves.
And I'm going to say this. This is what I do agree with. I agree 100% with that. But the ones that have to teach them the history, that means that many of us may have to start taking time on these weekends and on these days off to make sure that the schools within our district is giving our children what they need. We pay taxes to these schools. The school's first job is to prepare the children to be good citizens. If they are citizens in black community, what does it mean to be a good citizen in a black community? What skills do they need? What's wrong with us going into schools and demanding that the curriculum make sure that our children, especially when we got schools that's 98% black, what's wrong with us going up into the schools and demanding that these schools have a curriculum that reflects our children and also have programs that get these children to understand their role in our community, rather than teaching them that you need to run, which I honestly believe is treason. We run from our communities. Come on, fam. We need to not only teach our history, we need to live our present. We need to not only teach our children the history, we need to teach them to live in the present. Teach them where they are, when they are, why they are, and who they are. Because history by itself, we already see what that got us. Because right now in America, we got more black people with more information about ancient history. That shit don't change shit. What actions are you going to take? What pyramids are you going to build?
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Action behind. But see, the thing is this. The purpose of the education is to invoke change, to invoke action, and etc. Because when that shit will put a fire under your ass, it should, that will make you say, I'm too good to be sitting at Chipotle with no insurance and working the job. I need to have more because I need to be to a certain standard, if you know what I mean. I have standards, and you're not gonna tell me that that's a good job, Tyrone. That's a good job. Like in Malcolm X, you could be a carpenter. That's a good job for a Negro. Or did he say nigga? That's what I'm saying. We are producing apparently something that we are doing, something that is occurring and has been occurring is not fucking working. We got to change the motherfucking game, and we gonna instill in our people. When we getting older, while we here, we got to instill in those under us, and the others under us to instill and nose under his loom. I sound like he eating cracklings over that motherfucker.
She telling on. He might be.
And carpenter is a good job. But if you want to be a lawyer, then you need to be a goddamn lawyer. And we need plenty of that shit right now.
And we need plenty of carpenters.
And we need plenty of carpenters.
You know what I'm saying? The issue is, how do you be a carpenter and serve your community? How do you be a lawyer and serve your community? And that is what the education system and the history aspect of what we're talking about lacks.
Because we got a lot of aspirations now is the stripper game. We got a lot of young ladies out here aspiring.
You need a stripper game alone.
Shut the fuck
stripper.
I don't mess with the weed.
Who's the stripper?
That's why we do need carpenters. A motherfucker want to be a motherfucking lawyer. Don't tell a motherfucker, well, you want to be a lawyer. Well, carpenter, that's a good job. Nigga. Who's that on my phone? Hand it here. So, you know what I'm saying? Oh, shit, the show is over.
It's over.
Oh, we started late, didn't we? But it's about to be over because we started around.
Hey, but I want to promote something today.
Go ahead, baby.
Go ahead.
So, we got a semi-pro women's football team in Columbus called the Columbus Comets. It's for women. We can really use sponsors and donations. You can sponsor a player. You can sponsor the team. Website is columbuscomets.org. If you're looking for me to sponsor me as a player, because I would really appreciate it. The name on there is D. Jackson Ross. The number 30. Had to give out my support of my government. I didn't like that. Made me feel a little.
Well, we're going to have to get something together and have it so we can have it on our page and promote it and lead people there.
Right. Gretel Augment says, I can't. Oh, go ahead. Don't learn history for history. Right.
Don't learn history for history's sake. Learn for success and from failures in our history.
Right. Right. And we need to provide places where our children could fail, because family part of nation building is being able to fail and come back and redo. If you look at the pyramids in ancient Kemet, right, there are several different ones that were failures before they were able to build the Great Pyramid. We can't be afraid to fail. We got to stop. We got to start putting our children in experiences where they can fail so they can learn that failure is not a setback. Failure is a building block to success.
And that's why we have brought up a generation of children that feels like everybody deserves a goddamn trophy.
And a participation trophy. Man, bullshit.
And we need to stop doing that shit. Trophies. Because when you don't prepare them for failure.
Right.
Real life shit. Because then when the shit goes sour,
then they want to shoot up the whole workplace.
Or they just come into this deep ass depression, and then they say, fuck it, I'm going to sell dope. Fuck it, I'm going to rob you tonight. Because the shit that just happened to me when I went to this job interview and I didn't get that motherfucker, it just crushed my world.
Right. We don't teach them how to embrace failure. The success is, how can I put it? Success is paid through the road of failure. The bricks to the world of success are formed from failure.
Spit the shit out.
I'm trying. Listen, hold on. But I want to go up to sister here. She said, I can't build nothing. Gretel, I can't build nothing. Family, you right. By yourself, you can't build nothing. We are a collective people. We are a communal people. This is why we keep talking about building tribes, family. You have to surround yourself with individuals that can help you bring your stuff to manifestation. Not motherfuckers just sitting around talking. People that's about action and about doing stuff. And you can start small. Now, part of my issue is that I got a bunch of people around me that's talking $1 billion dreams, and we can't put together $100,000 together. But we can put together 1,000 or 1,500. You know what I'm saying? So that we can go and finance some stuff, family. You know what I'm saying? So start where you are.
Mm-hmm. We started.
Don't allow your aspirations to be so far out there
about 15 minutes,
that
I'm gonna be done.
Nothing you do can move towards it. We started G&J.media. We didn't have a platform.
Okay.
We was using other people's platform, but we started with the little bit of money we had to build something, and we built it for you. And we're gonna help you if you got an idea, if you got something out there in your mind that you need help in putting together, form your tribe that can help you. And if you can't, join us at G-Army Journey.
You can't be fucking around trying to start some shit and you ain't gonna put no skin in the motherfucking game.
Got to have skin in the game.
Because just like my somebody I know, I don't know if I want to say the name, but somebody I know went to an event where somebody was trying to have people invest in their business, and then when they said, well, we're gonna do so much money everybody can put in. Their first thing was like, well, we don't know if we can do that. Well, you ain't got no skin in the game. So what do you have to lose? You want everybody else to make the sacrifice, but you can't put no skin in the game.
No skin.
So if you ain't willing to put your own shit up for your own shit, then I ain't got no time for you. I ain't got no time for you.
None of us
Flat out. And we need to learn that reciprocity is very important. Having skin in the game is very important. And we need to What?
No, I'm sorry, Miss Gretel. I misread your statement, but go ahead. I often do that.
Yeah, he often.
Shut up.
Often. But anyway, we're gonna get off of here because we came on about 7:35.
We came on 7:38.
It's 8:39. We do an hour show in this bitch. We pop in and we pop off. Illumala, anything you want to say?
Wait, hold on, Illumala.
All right, there we go. Hey, look, family. I hope we are listening to what has been said tonight, because a lot of it is what we need to hear, but it's a lot that we need to do also. And in doing, there's a process to even doing. See, we have to listen to one another. We have to do some trial and error. You know what I'm saying? But we don't have to stay in error. I'm sorry.
Well, the show will replay, Nicole, so you can watch the replay when it comes up.
Yeah, because this is. I mean, look, we all out here in this world on a journey, and the best journey that you could be on is with people who are thinking and acting and doing like you're doing. Because how Tim said earlier, it's like a family. It's like group process. But see, what the Europeans have done, that is, they have put us against even our own family, folks. You know what I'm saying? That's the reason why. That's one reason why we can't see ourselves joining in our own tribes. You know what I'm saying? We fight against our tribe. How do you fight against your mother's brother? Your brother, your sister, and stuff like that. No. We got to change the narrative. Professional athletes, where they got white and black, but they don't really go against one another that you see public. So if you got the problem with, your family, then you speak to that in private. Don't bring that shit out in public so everybody can see it. You know what I'm saying? Because that's one of the rules. That's one of the things that's against the rule. You know what I'm saying? When you come out as family, then people see that. And and we need to be able to join
as a united front.
We need to be able to join other families. You know what I'm saying? And the tribe that we're speaking about is where you come and get your communal tribe. You can be part of a communal tribe. That's the community tribe. You know what I'm saying? But first,
you can become a part of our tribe.
You got to get yourself together. We got to get ours together. And it's gonna take some practice. You can't you got to practice this, because they have put us in a situation where that we practicing what they're doing, and that shit ain't working. That shit is not working. So we got to go back and practice what we do.
Ashe.
Ashe.
Ashe. As Sister Navita said, family, y'all welcome to join our tribe. Shouts out to S. Freedom Johnson, because I've seen you tagging people all night. And baby,
that's my sister. We appreciate you. Shout out to Erica Wilfall in the building. We go back like cornrows, nigga.
If anybody looking for any sage, y'all come over here to Zawadi. We got a whole box of sage that we selling for $10 a one.
And that's Zawadi Book right here in Columbus, Ohio. And you can order the books online. If you ain't in Columbus, you can support the Black Bookstore here in Columbus, Ohio. Zawadi Book. He's a part of our tribe here at Giame Journey, and we want you to join the tribe too. So we doing things at Giame. You may not hear about them, but we doing them, and we would like you to be a part of our tribe.
Word.
So go to Giame Journey Media, like the page, like and share the video, smash that like button down and shit. Show us some love, and we about to get the fuck up out of here. What?
Most importantly, go to GNJ.media. GNJ.media and get yourself an account. And also check out the support those of you that
if you out here beating on your woman, that's treason, and we coming for your motherfucking ass.
And if you're beating on your man, we coming for your ass too.
Or your kids.
If you're in our tribe. You know what I'm saying? Stay outside the tribe if you're coming with some bullshit.
Join the tribe.
On our tribe. We hold you accountable in our motherfucking tribe, you dig? And you know my motherfucking ass be like, look here, motherfucker. That ain't what you said. So anyway, y'all, thanks for joining us. See y'all next week. Same black time.
Same black channel.
All right.
GNJ.media.
GNJ.media.
Tell your friends to join us. Tell them. I know you got friends. Tell them to join us. If you like what you heard, tell them to join us.
Tell them to join us. And you can be a guest on the show. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you're Columbus, we like to have a live guest on the show. We don't have a lot of people in here, so you won't don't fear a bunch of motherfuckers around. It's called the safe. We sanitize people, all that bullshit. And we will holler at y'all motherfuckers.
And we'll see you tomorrow at Daily Toast for those of you that
come on to the Daily Toast. Add your ancestors to the list if you want to honor your ancestors every day. You dig? Every day. And keep your girls off the pole. And keep your niggas out the drug.
What is a lion without his pride? What is a whale without his pod? What is a monkey without his troop? What is a wolf without his pack? The answer is very simple. They are the same thing that a human being is without a tribe. Pray.
Agenda. So from the surface, he might look a little black. Just a little smidge. But then on the inside... All right, y'all. Get the fuck out of here.